Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, Attack on the Titans, my boys. I am pretty happy with what we got this week. Not only did we get a little bit of an explanation of what happened to Marco, um, but I think this was a very powerful episode nonetheless because of how everybody took the actual news, how everybody actually reacted um, accordingly when, you got people like Levi and Reiner and Annie and Mikasa who all kind of had this, you know, I don't care about anybody types of vibes, and to think that that is all being kind of blown away with what we see this week, and it makes a lot more sense why they became the people that they became, with the death of Marco weighing probably very heavily on them. Um, we see that as soon as Marco actually was starting to get eaten and taken out, the man who actually held him down and forced Annie to take off his gear asked the question, why is he being eaten? Almost as if he completely forgot that he was the one who straight up put him in this predicament. So, I I don't know. I don't know what to think. I mean, he went as far to cry about it, Reinhard, by the way. And Bertolt was kind of okay with it. And Annie was absolutely losing it. She didn't want to do any of that. And we just wind up seeing the death of him and the true humanity out of the Titan warriors kind of come to life. And I thought that was a very powerful way of doing such a thing, seeing how we didn't know really anything about them being the Titans and stuff like that. So, honestly, we are going to be looking into probably a lot of stuff like that, like things that might have happened that wasn't explained, or things that are happening in the background that aren't as important as we are getting into the story as of right now. Um, I do apologize for talking low. There's gonna be like a power washer on my house, and I didn't want to have it going while I was here, so I'm trying to get straight to the point for you guys. But yeah, we are going to see a lot more of these types of battles where anything kind of goes with the Titans. Even Bertolt's kind of like, oh, if you can't move right while you're completely unconscious, I'm sorry. Like you're gonna have to deal with some pain. Which even his unconscious body heard that and responded by putting himself on his back, so the humans couldn't have an attack on him. So it just goes to show you how ridiculously powerful these Titan warriors can be, even in a critical condition where you probably still can't take one out because of the intelligence that they use on the battlefield accordingly. So I thought that was a really cool way of showing us that they have multiple ways of combating death. They have multiple ways of staying alive. Like Ryder has definitely shown us the most convenient things that they can do, and one of those things being um, taking his conscience and putting it through the Titan's body. He's had a sword and stuff through his head like 3 times now, so to think that he's doing alright and still kicking is pretty crazy. So, with that being said, we honestly don't know uh, if they're going to actually end this part, the second part. and, have the end of the battle, or if it's just going to be something much different. So, hold on one second. Might have to do something. But, like I was saying, we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of the Titans, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah. 1 second. 1 second.
So to think that we are in a era where Attack on Titan can literally probably still be going for a while. I mean, if you look at it as of right now,
Okay.
if you look at it right now, there's a lot of characters and a lot of development for like Reiner and Bertolt. Like we went from seeing Bertolt, the Colossus Titan, from seeing himself as, someone who's really just in humanity's side, and just like Reiner, they both were getting lost in the fact that they aren't what they're supposed to be there. And that was the very telling part of the Titans, just where and how they kind of are starting to feel for the humanity side of their lives. But they have a whole different types of lives on the other side. So, because clearly they said the humanity within the walls, so does that mean there's humanity elsewhere that isn't within the walls, So that's kind of my first thought process when he said, we need to kill the humans behind the wall. And like, alright, well then, where are you guys gonna go? Where did you guys come from? Not to mention, there's a Titan out there that can talk in Titan form, and he was the one carrying Bertolt on his back in that box. So I don't know where all this is going, but to think that Bertolt blocked and stood toe to toe with Mikasa kind of just goes to show you that he's really in it to win it more than maybe even Reiner is, because we saw Reiner pretty much, about to say stop. He was about to literally ask them to stop while they had the thunder spears in him, and I don't think that's something that Bertolt would do, as of right now anyway, of how he feels, how he's been treated, all these different things like that. So, really interested in seeing which character kind of gets uh, back at Bertolt. I mean, we're looking at a character who literally, um, him and Reiner literally took out a great character. Marco was one of my favorite like characters that I don't think a lot of people really mess with. So to think that he's just gone and we had to accept it, what sucked at that moment where he just like died off and out of off screen, just disappeared. To think that we have the explanation now and how dark it is, and seeing that even the Warriors didn't want to do it, kind of makes it so much sadder that he had to go just for overhearing a conversation. But that's the world we live in. That's Attack on Titan, man. They do what they gotta do and hit you with whatever they're gonna hit you with. So really looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this week's episode. I apologize if it's a much shorter one than I expected to do, but to be fair, it was very self-contained in the overall sense of all of the action happening right in your face. The little information we got about Bertolt and Reiner supposedly wanting to be done in out of this situation after it's all said and done, and the simple fact that Aaron and his crew with Army is pretty much the last people to stand up against the Colossus, which the Colossus had a chance to wipe out everybody, but after seeing Reiner, just like how Reiner said in the previous part before it started, is that you are too hesitant on waiting for my signal. You should go whenever you feel like it should be worth it. but he waits for the signal, sees Reiner about to die, and didn't want to destroy him. So really interested now to see how that plays out. He supposedly has destroyed one crew and one of my favorite characters as well, Heinz. So if she's gone, I will be very angry with Patrol, and I will hope he dies. But Heinz being the girl with the glasses being a very, very dope character, I feel like having her go and die off like that by the Colossus transforming would be kind of lackluster in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. I'm not sure what they're gonna do. Everybody in the show seemingly can die at any time, so I'm not really getting my hopes up for anything at this point. But yeah, with that being said, my anime people, I hope you guys have an awesome day, night, evening. I will be doing After Loss a little bit later after I handle some stuff at my home. Um, so I hope you guys can be patient and wait for that for me. There's another show coming out tomorrow. Usually, it's supposed to, it says it comes out today, but I know it comes out on Monday. So Monday should be a good day for us. Probably another triple upload on Monday. So with all that being said, I will definitely talk to you guys in the next one. And I hope you guys have an amazing days and go and watch some Attack on Titan because it's getting real good, real nice. Yeah, I can't wait to hear from you guys. Peace.